What a beautiful day it is, and it is getting warm, nice and warm. And we're going to leave this spot, but we haven't yet. This is a clue. So we actually have multiple flat or flattening tires. Actually, the one I'm most worried about is right here, and you can see, yeah, she gone. This is the only leveling block we have, so we got ahead and rolled up on it with this. That raises just enough, and I think I might see our culprit. No. Yeah, this is an odd one. We're gonna see if we can identify it. We might just go ahead and take it off of here and then patch it. Otherwise, we have a spare, which is really nice. This guy looks like it's still pretty all right. Well, we'll go ahead and fill these to correct PSI. Actually, this is a cool thing. So we've got the world's cheapest, crappiest little 12 volt inflator here. And we actually use this recently to blow out our lines. But because we don't have enough length, we've got an extension cable for 110. We have that plug on the outside here, and then we have a 110 to 12 volt AC/DC adapter. So this is, yeah, it'll do about 10 amps, which is more than what we need here. So I try to keep things easy to find and easy to access here. There we go. Just in case of something like this, you know. All right, give it a couple ugga-duggas.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah. All right. Oh my, she on there. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, whoo. Ha! All right. I'm looking at this. I'm not seeing anything super obvious. We've been embarrassed before though, where I've taken it in, like, I don't know what it is, and they go, a damn nail or something. But we have one of our truck tires is low in PSI. So, I can't tell. Let's go ahead, maybe we'll fill this up real quick and just see if we can hear something. Let's give that a shot. Oh, come on. No, that's fun. The stem is spinning inside. Come on. What in the world? That guy got this thing on tight last time because this one had a hole in it before. So what that tells me is we need to get this guy out of the way. Here's our cap. And yeah, we'll put on our spare. That's all we can do, right? Okay. Get the cover off. Oh, that's, whoo, she smells fresh. Make yourself useful, bike. And, oh, okay, so it looks like it's just 2 bolts holding that. Looks like there should be 3 though. Okay. Oh, she's good inflated. What the hell? How? I just broke that in there. Whoa, that's not as much fun as it sounds.
We're batting 1,000 today on this.
What is happening? Oh, that's kind of nuts. Okay, that just popped off. Can I still use it? Yeah. Appears so. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. There we are. Good. Got that. And spare tire comes with us. Oh, she heavy. Okay. Got that back on there. Whew. Surprised how dirty that is, even with the cover, but I guess we never wash it. So, yeah, looking at the treads on these, honestly, that is wild. These ones are gonna need replacing soon. We still have just enough tread, but they are gonna need replacement soon. But look at those. Yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get a quote for trailer. We can't afford it right now, but we'll get a quote for it. And we'll see if we can find some that last a little longer than these. Okay.
Maybe some nice off-road tires.
Yeah, so that's a joke because you don't need off-road tires on a trailer. I mean, more tread is usually nice, although off-road tires also tend to be a bit softer, in my experience. But because they don't push you, you don't need that much traction on a, you know, it's really just about having enough tread to handle the saucy bits. All right, should only be 65 PSI, and this is not the fastest compressor in the world, but it does the trick. So we'll give this a few seconds, and then we'll go around and do the other ones and drop this off and then tighten it down, and we should be good. Huh, I didn't see any like farms or anything nearby.
There's a bunch of houses though.
Huh. All right, got 65 or so PSI. That's good. Unfortunately, can't remove the caps off of this one here. So yeah, I think we'll take it to a tire shop. They might have to replace the stems. I'm wondering if there was a little bit of like corrosion that got in there, but I'm taking a wrench to this and it's just spinning. So yeah, boy, they might be able to replace the stem though. It should be easy enough, I'd think. But what did I know? I don't work on tires. So okay, this is done, and let's work on the truck next, and then I think we're good. I think we can head out after that. Stop. All right, that should make it easy. Now I can torque those down, and then we can fill up the truck tire. Good. Let's go ahead and torque these down. Okay. Trailer's good. Let's move on to the truck. Okay. Oh, this one came off. That's good. Now I might see why people choose plastic ones, although these are really cool. Little American flags. Love that. Oh yeah, there's corrosion in there. You know what? I have no plans to go to Pennsylvania again. Those salted roads. At least not in the winter, that's for sure. Oh, that's nasty stuff. But that explains some of that. Okay. Probably go through and give this a little bit of grease or something. I don't know. And yep, that one's low. That's at like 50-ish PSI. These are supposed to be up to 80, so we'll get it up there, and then, well, that's what we get for having a cheap compressor. It was a gift. I mean, it was a nice gift, so, but it's overheated and now won't start back up. So let's go ahead and get it off of here and keep our air in. And we should be able to make it down the road. We also have a low front tire, but it's not super low. I've also applied some WD-40 to these. We might just go ahead and switch back to
plastic caps.
Yeah, plastic caps. But in the meantime, I also hit the other ones with WD-40 just to see if that'll penetrate. WD-40 is not supposed to be used as a lubricant, but can help with like removing moisture, you know, protect parts, loosens rusted parts. So maybe that's what we needed. But yeah, that's a cute little can. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, yeah, let's get on down the road. Apparently the tire shop's not for another, what, 2 hours?
I think so.
Something like that. But there's also a dump station nearby, and we can wait in town if we need to. I get the feeling this isn't going to be cheap, but the odd thing is, I don't see anything. No nails. I mean, I've learned from my mistakes, and I don't see nails. We have a pouch kit as well. Yeah, I don't see anything like that. So we'll get it put away and hit the road. we made it in here to Les Schwab Tires, which is sort of a Pacific Northwest thing. And turns out the tire over here, let me show you. This tire is still holding air very well. It hasn't dropped in PSI at all. So even though we put a good amount of air in there, it's not dropping yet. So we're not gonna worry about it. And the tread's still, we've still got good tread, and we rotated these recently. So we're good to go on that, just ignore that. But as for the trailer, so, I mean, what the nicest folks here, the nicest folks. And it helps that we're in like Grangerville. I think it's Grangerville, Idaho, I think it is. But we got some new tread on here and lots of beef on there, but we were getting a little bit of abnormal wear. So we'll see about maybe working with Dexter on that in the future, because I don't like to see that. We were seeing some of this out here was even wearing kind of abnormally, but we're good to go here. 4 brand new tires and the spares back on there, because it's still in great condition, so you know, why the heck not. But these are 20 ST205/70 R15s, steel belted radial tires by Rainier ST. There we go. Actually, what pushed us over was so we had the little metal caps. Now they have metal capped ones with the American, but they have a plastic liner in them. These did not, apparently. And so there's a pin that's used to secure them, which was missing on some. I put them in. Maybe I didn't put them in hard enough, I don't know, but the caps themselves didn't come off, and then they just wouldn't come off. So went ahead and we got plastics on all of the rest. Good to go there. That was a relief, but there was no, I mean, they'd have to replace the stem anyways, and I'm like, look, if you're gonna do it, like, let's just get new tires, because they were looking, in some of them, they were a lot more worn than others. Again, some a lot to address. Could be a weight distribution issue. Very odd, though. Maybe it's like, because we always travel with full water. We're not overweight. We're right at the limit, though. So, you know, I don't know. Could have something to do with the weight distribution hitch, but I would think that would be pretty even front to back. I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, we're actually heading up to Canada soon, so maybe we'll have it inspected there. Maybe they have a suggestion or a tip and trick, and you know, who knows. This was a bit of an unexpected cost though, so it did run us $700, I think it was, $730. So it's a very good thing that we're not eating out, and we're saving a lot in fuel by trying to stay put more. But yeah, hey, gotta do what you gotta do, right? And you know, it's one of those things, we're not paying for a new roof, we're not paying for you know, plumbing and all that on a house. So I mean, this is just maintenance, right? It is what it is. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful day though. We actually gained an hour. Kind of fell back because we're getting close to Washington State, so I think we're gonna stop in and get some more water at a Costco nearby as in 70 miles. And we had a campground that we wanted to stay at. I don't think we're gonna make it there today. It's another like 3.5 hours. We did take a nice walk, but I'd still rather, I don't know, I'd rather, you know, rest and do a little bit more driving in the morning, so we'll see. But anywho, say hi to Colt real quick. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look at this guy. What a handsome boy. His ear's looking so much better, yeah. Isn't it? He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. I'm so glad this little guy is not so sad about Sam. Not as much anymore. He was very sad, but he's all right, doing all right on his own. I think he kind of was a little lost for a while. Yeah, what's this? Going on his ear. He's like, but yeah, Emma's finishing up, paying in there, and we'll hit the road. All right, getting some water. We already dumped earlier, but they didn't have a fill. I imagine a lot of these areas have been pretty cold recently. Also, I think they're having an RV show over here.
Kind of looks like it.
Kind of looks, yeah, they all look pretty new. Bunch of cougars over there. R-Pods, Winnebager. But the sun is setting.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I also think that it sets a little sooner this time zone, because we gained an hour, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's what time is it?
707.
So it's like 807 really. Anywho, another thing, actually, we had a little revelation here. It's about mid-March that we find, depending on where we're at, I guess, in the country, that we find that we can run our fridge 24/7 off of electric.
Yeah.
If it's sunny. Prior to that, though, we're kind of finding the days are just a little too short, so
Yeah.
we'll run them on.
Well, and I think it also matters like how far up in the United States you are, and
Latitude, yeah.
what time of year it is, and like how long the days are, and like all these things, right?
I think even in courtside, I don't think we were running all the time off of 110.
I don't think so.
Terribly inefficient, but you know, whatever. But we still don't need air conditioning yet, so that's good. It hasn't been super, super hot, but
And then it becomes kind of a gamble or like a trade-off of like, do you want AC right now or do you want the fridge on electric right now?
right, depending, yeah. Although, I mean, today got up to what, 77,
74?
74?
Yeah, and
I
sunny.
feel like I saw it a little higher than that, but yeah. So we did stop by Costco real quick, ran in, and I gotta say, we haven't spent nearly as much on food as we typically do,
No.
but it still feels expensive, right? So we got
Yeah.
like blueberries and fruits and water, potatoes. We stopped plenty of meat and such, but it still came out to like $100.
Right.
So granted, that's Costco. We would have stopped at Sam's Club because if you use American Express and you get the points and you don't, there's no fee or anything like that for the one we have.
You can do it at Sam's Club and not at Costco.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Still feels like an expensive day, but
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, it's not bad, I guess. $700 for these bad boys right here.
It definitely was an expensive day when you count the tires.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, you know, you'd think though, they'd have some sort of guarantee as to like mileage or something to that effect, right?
They have a warranty. I just don't know what the warranty is.
Yeah. When you buy through Les Schwab, you do get certain warranties, and then they'll like if you don't get enough miles out of it. The problem is their trailer tires aren't rated for mileage, which is interesting. But if we were to buy truck tires from them, which they're their own brands, I find that kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like they do their own brand, like they partner with it. So say they're rated for 60,000 miles for light truck duty, but you only get 50. They'll give you the difference in value, I guess, if you come back to them. But then Les Schwab's are not everywhere.
A whopping $10.
$10. Yeah, that's probably about it. So I don't know. We've been looking at like, because the truck tires aren't super low, but we are looking at what does that look like? I don't know. Like Costco has ones that they're like, yeah, they'll run 80,000 miles. The Schwab had something, I think the ones that were on the wall at least said 60 was max for light truck.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least for the warranty period or whatever. Just keep shopping around. It's so tough sometimes though to get a solid price. The other thing though that we learned, which I thought was interesting, and he couldn't give us a good quote on it. He's like, I'm having trouble with this right now. Our tires on the truck are 285, 60 are 20s. So 20-inch rims, but he goes, yeah, they're gonna be about 460 or something like that, or whatever he said, for these truck tire replacements. But he goes, if you go to an 18-inch rim, even if, because you have to buy the rim and you know the wheel and the tire, he goes, you'll probably be about the same price, and then you'll save more money. And I was like, no joke.
Because the tires will cost cheaper in the future,
Yeah.
buying a smaller
Diameter,
size,
yeah, the rim. Which is interesting because the Laramie trim that we have in our truck, it's more like they go up to a 20, but the one below that, the Bighorn, I guess, they used to have an SLT. I don't know if they still do, but those are 18-inch. So that's just kind of it's sort of a funny game. And I was like, so wait. In order to fill, you would still the tire would still need to be real beefy. I was like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, dude, believe it or not, it's cheaper. I'm like, all right, I don't know, we'll see. So we got a little bit of shopping to do. I think we have another, we've rotated recently. We're at 40-something thousand miles. Yeah,
We probably got another like 20.
Yeah, 15 or 20 at least, I'd say. So we'll see.
We just gotta start saving our pennies for it.
Yep. So anyways, yeah, YouTube has been so up and down. I don't know. We had really good success. And a lot of you guys really like to see the factory tour videos and the reviews. But we don't, that's not all of our channel. We'll do that every now and then, but boy, do those videos piss people off.
Sure do.
They piss dealers off, I'm sure, because they're like, I can't sell product when you're shitting all over it, right? They piss manufacturers off because they're like, we can't sell product when you're shitting, but you guys appreciate it because you're like, oh, that seems to be an honest review. Although I do find it funny, there's a lot of folks, I'll make the title of the video very clickable, right? Something like Alliance is better than Brinkley. In my opinion, like, Brinkley's aren't bad.
No.
We talked about this. They're not bad, but they're not worth the money
Right.
for us.
Yeah.
They're not within our value system. And like, we like the look of the frameless windows, for example, but they're not as good. They look better, but they're not as good in terms of airflow, in terms of being a good window.
Right.
I don't think anybody has Alliance beat in terms of windows. Those big, huge atrium style windows, whatever, other than maybe Airstream.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. So, but there's still a lot of folks that are like, oh, those are old windows, and they'll say things like, they're not using Asdel, so blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Did you watch the video? I think people always want to defend their choices, though.
Yeah. Joel could go on about this for hours and hours and hours.
I could. I definitely could. I'm very passionate, as you know. Ugh. Yep, and there we go. We're full up. Okay.
Now we just gotta go find some place to sleep tonight.
Yeah, we're here. Technically, we keep going back and forth between
Washington and Idaho.
Yeah, so I don't know where we're gonna stay tonight, but there's a couple of spots.
I saw there's some like street parking I think we could get away with.
The Harbor Freight parking.
Oh, Harbor Freight in the old Kmart? Yeah. I saw someone post on iOverlander. They stayed there for a night and it was not an issue.
Kmart died 10, 15, 20 years ago? Like, what are we doing here? We might just go ahead and just do a little parking lot docking, and we do have a really nice spot for tomorrow, though.
Yeah, we'll stay there
think.
for like 4 nights.
Fingers crossed. And then, yeah, we have an appointment with, I think I already talked about this, the folks that we bought our truck from.
Yeah.
Got an appointment with them. All right, home for the evening. And on this side, down here, we've got like a collision center and all that. Outdoors RVs, Jayco's. That kind of sucks. It is perfect RVing weather right now.
Yeah, the weather's beautiful.
Yeah, and then they've got their units in for collision work. Wow. Man, it is pretty out here. Look at that sunset, isn't that gorgeous? That was prettier a few minutes ago, but yeah, here we are. It is a little crooked.
Colt.
A little crooked. The whole lot is crooked, and if we go to more flat area, that's where Harbor Freight is. So this will do. It'll do just fine, I think. For one night, sleep with our head above our feet. We'll probably, everything will like slide off, I'm sure. Anyways, anything left to say?
I think this is an eventful day and we didn't anticipate it being one.
Yeah, I'm glad that we had the right tools, though.
Yeah.
There's only a few tools we needed to get everything off. We're all good. Yeah, not looking forward to buying truck tires. Oh yeah, that was gonna be expensive. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.